It's the Bitcoin RoadShow, and it's a quick one. It's about Brad Sherman, congressman for over in California, talking about Bitcoin being a threat and actually talking about banning. I think he said banning Bitcoin, which of course you can't do. You can kind of do. You can stop your citizens. You can make it illegal for them. And this is more along the style of the US. This is one of the big reasons I left there, is I always had the feeling that the IRS, the tax code is so complex that your CPA is not the one who's liable for any fuck-ups, it's you. It's so complex that just like with Scarface, it can be used against you to fuck you up if they ever decide that you're enemy of the state or whatever it might be. So I didn't want to be in that basket, especially being a Bitcoiner. You know, they can turn against you. They can turn against you if whatever it is, your political beliefs, anything, you know. So that's the reason why I left the States. Now, looking at this situation, I've said before in the past, America has, and the reason why I never wanted to cash out any Bitcoin in America, for example, to get by at any stage, was because they had laws in place that would, you know, they didn't want to recognize crypto, but they wanted to tax you for the capital gains that you made of it. And then it became overreaching because it still didn't really accept crypto, but then they were still classing capital gains even when you didn't move it into a different asset class, which is fiat currency. You stayed in crypto, they would still tax you. So there was a famous story about a year ago, or over a year ago, of a guy who owed $140,000 in taxes, and he made about $400,000 worth of trades, and he actually had no money because he made, you know, bad deals, and that's what happens when you're trading. Most people lose, actually. And instead of being owed for his losses, no, he owed, because you're being taxed on the trade, not upon the profit that you're making. It's fucking disgusting. So what I was saying back then, so probably over a year ago now when I first started doing these videos, is that if America's not careful, well, they'll never fuck up, the people who are running the country, the people who are infiltrated the government, right, and running the country for the profit of themselves and for their companies. But the people who will lose out, the American public, and this is the thing that could actually really ruin America long term, which would really suck. I don't want to see any country ruined, really, not the people of it anyway. I don't mind seeing the government's fucked. But what they'll end up doing is, and they're already doing it, by the way that well, China was more receptive to mining, then it was not receptive to mining. Well, why don't they want to earn more Bitcoin? Idiots. But America, by making it more difficult for people to do these sort of things, for make it difficult for people to onboard into crypto, what they're really doing is holding that country back from taking part in the new economy and having a stake in the new economy. And I know I'm saying that about a proof of work thing, but having a stake in the proof of work token. Yeah, so same thing here with this guy, you know, the congressman, what is it, Brad Sherman. So yeah, 9th of May in Congress, there he was, saying effectively that he wants to censor Bitcoin. What a fucking noddy. And it was all, the reasons he gave, he was pretty open about it, was that the US is the world reserve currency. We've, you know, they've basically gone through great lengths to make it that way, and have this rigged system that doesn't benefit anyone, including Americans in the long term, because these rigging, oh yeah, you might get a job off a billionaire who makes money from the system by corrupting it, but overall they're robbing from everyone when they take unfair gains from having the system rigged in their favor, you know. They're all, if they're against, because what they are is they're against capitalism. These governments and these companies are against capitalism. They don't want free market. And one thing I hope that Trump is doing, because you can never tell, most of them are insiders, or if they're not, they become insiders with it, you know, when they have what I regard as being the talk. I'm sure they all have, which turns people like Obama into someone who's a complete hypocrite. There you go. Anyway, that's it really. See ya. Oh yeah, the countries need to actually get their ass into gear and stop hindering their people. And actually, oh shit, let me carry on this one actually, because there's a thing in a British passport, I just had mine on me today, fuck it, doesn't matter, it says that the bearer should not be hindered, right? and you can use. Oh my god, I did the political thumb. So Britain, just a heads up here, for the land that's just implemented porno tokens or cards. So you can't just watch porn through the internet. You've got to get a card first, which means they're not banning it. They're just making it cost you. Could it be the same government and American and corporations that do, actually just governments, that do everything they can to protect Hollywood and the movie industry? Could it be that this is their stance to actually protect an industry that you can no longer probably make enough money in, as far as if you're the people at the top? Could it be that, and that's why they're taking these steps to make sure that these guys get paid? And if so, it means that cats fighting outside. It means that what they're really doing is serving they're making Brits pay for the world's porn because they'll be the only ones paying. So yeah, what was I saying again about Britain? Oh yeah, the passport no hindering. So if they extend those sort of laws in the future to stop crypto, just so you're aware, actually you could even arguably use it for the porn situation if you're some kind of, I don't know, devout masturbator, and use that to actually fuck over the government, because what they're doing is they're going against the Queen, and you're a subject, and they are hindering you. Ta-da! I've just found a loophole out of that shit. I don't care about that shit. I care about crypto though. What happens with them standing in the way? Because the thing is, Britain will probably follow America's suit, not just to protect America like they did when they murdered Saddam Hussein, to make sure that he wouldn't make the gold dinar. Sorry, that was Gaddafi. So that he wouldn't trade oil and euros, which would have made the European Union boom. So Britain's the reason, by the way, that the euro is not booming. And this is why when you wonder, was it really the government that were against Brexit? I don't care either way, because I want rid of both the EU and the UK government. So to me, they can both die. If one has to die first and it's the wrong one first, then fuck, so be it. It's like, oh no, it's your enemy and your other enemy. Oh well, that probably cues the end of the video. Bye.